All right, students, welcome to day 3. This is an exciting day for us. We're going to learn how to play our first song. Hopefully you've got your keyboard by now. You've started to learn some of these notes. You're starting to recognize that this is a C, that this is a D, this is an E, an F, and a G. And you know that this is A and this is B. Now you may be wondering, well, we don't even know how to read music yet. How are we going to play a song? Today I'm going to teach you a song. And in the next lesson, we're going to teach you a song on how to play a song just by finger numbers. Now, if you tell some of your friends about this, they may say, well, he shouldn't be teaching you that. You should start learning to read music right off the bat. Before you learn how to read music, you've got to learn about what your finger numbers are and how they function. Let me explain what I mean. You call this finger the thumb. The index, this is the pinky, this is the middle finger. In piano, we're going to call this the 1 finger, this is the 2 finger, this is the 3 finger, the 4 and 5. So think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is your right hand, obviously. Hey, this is my left hand. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. So every finger is given a number. The reason for this is because a big issue in playing any song is what we call fingering. Some people may decide to play a piece of music and, use this finger and that finger and that finger. Let me give you a good example. Real simple example. I played this C, this D, this E with 3, 4, and 5. Or I can go like this. Now, did you notice what happened? I played the same 3 notes in a row, but I used different fingers. The first time I did it like this. Second time I did it like this. Guess what? I could also do it like this. That's called using a different fingering. And when we start to learn the piano, we want to use the easiest possible fingerings that we can use. The easiest, the most efficient. You see real amateur players play like this. You see people do that all the time, and you can tell that just doesn't sound very good. This would sound a lot better. Did you understand how the second way, because I used a different fingering, a much more sophisticated fingering, that it sounded a lot better, sounded more connected? So we're going to learn a song called Ode to Joy, and I'm going to teach you that song using finger numbers. Now you'll notice in your printout, I have a bunch of numbers for the right hand. I have this song starting on the number 3. Before you can play that, you're going to have to know where to put your hands on the piano. And we're going to learn the concept right now of what's called the C position. Remember, this is your C. And you should be on your piano or your keyboard on what is called middle C. Now, if you have 88 keys, middle C is going to look a little bit different than if you have 61 keys. Remember that it's basically the C that's in the center of the piano, and it sounds like this. So you want to make sure that the C that you're playing sounds just about like that. It's going to be in the same range. It's not going to sound high like this one. It's not going to sound low like this one. Okay? So remember, this is our 1 finger. We're going to go ahead and put our 1 finger on middle C. Our 2 finger is going to be on D. Our 3 is going to be on E. Our 4 is going to be on F. And our 5 is going to be on G. Okay, so look at my hand for a second. See if you can get your hand like that. Okay, if you have your hand like that, then take that hand off. Now put it back up in C position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should look exactly like my hand. Okay, let's do this a few more times. Take it off. Put it back up. Take it off. Put it back up. Notice how natural this feels. I mean, even if you've never played piano before, this is going to feel really, really easy to you because you're just going to have your hands sitting on the keys. You don't have to stretch out to play these black notes. You don't have to go over here to play these high notes. You're just relaxed right here. Now, before we start playing our song, I'm going to call out a number and I want you to play that number. Okay? The number is 1. You should be playing this note right here. The C. The finger number is 2. And that's also your D. So every number goes with a note. The finger number is 3, and that's also your E. The finger number is 4, and that's F. The finger number is 5, and that's G. Okay, let me call out a finger number at random. 2, finger number 5, finger number 1. Okay. All right, let's start playing a song. We're going to work on this song in just small little components, and what you can do is after every little component, every little measure really, we're going to talk, you can stop the video and you can play. And we're going to kind of just talk you through this as you go. Here's the very first part. The number is 3, 3, 4, 5. And you'll see this on your printout at home. So 3, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's do that one more time. 3, 3, 4, 5. Okay, once you think you have that down, and feel free to pause if I'm going too fast, just pause the video, kind of rewind to where I was. Let's look at the next part of Ode to Joy. 5, 4, 3, 2. Do it one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. Next part. 1, 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 1, 2, 3. And next part. 3, 2, 2. Okay? Now this is what I'd like you to do. I know this is a lot of information, so don't just sit there and try to play with me throughout the whole video. What I want you to do is make sure you have your music up on your music rack, which should be about up here. I know you can't see that. And go through and play for the first part of that song along with your music. What you want to be doing is looking up at your music, looking at your numbers, and then playing by numbers. So let's pretend I've got the music up here. I'm going to look at the first number, 3, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2. Okay? So let's pause the video, get your hands in this C position, and play that first half of Ode to Joy. Okay, we're back. We're going to look at the second half of Ode to Joy. It's on the second line in your printouts, and it starts off the way the first line starts off. And it continues the same way. And guess what? The next part's the same way. But the last little part is a little bit different. The last part is D, C, C. Now, a second ago I used the word measure to describe a small part of the music. And we're going to learn that in terms of music reading on the last day. We're going to learn what a measure looks like. A measure basically divides the music into little segments or little components. Think of it as a paragraph. Okay, you're reading a paragraph. What do you see at the end of every sentence? You see a period. Well, basically the measures divide up the music into little segments, just like periods and punctuation marks divide up words. Okay, let's do this whole song. I'm going to play the whole thing for you. I'm just going to play it for you regular one time, real slow. Then I'm going to play it for you another time, and I'm going to call out the numbers. So here it is without me calling out the numbers. Okay, now I'm going to play it for you one more time. I'm going to call out the numbers. 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2. 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1. before we leave this assignment, let's do this. Let's do the whole song. I'm now going to call out, instead of numbers, I'm going to call out the letters or the names of the notes. So instead of starting with 3, I'm going to call out E. Ready? E, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C, C, D, E, E, D, D, E, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C, C, D, E, D, C, C. Okay? This may seem kind of hard at first, but what I want you to do is basically practice this song looking at not your hands. Don't look at your hands so much, but be looking up at your music, following along in your numbers. So just to recap, this is your C position. This is what your hand should look like for this song. Notice you don't have to move up or stretch or anything like that. You can just keep your hands very, very relaxed. And to also review, this is your 1, your 2, your 3, your 4, your 5, and they play the notes C, D, E, F, and G. Okay? Work on this assignment. Next assignment for your day 4, we're going to play a song in the left hand. We're going to play the song RLE in the left hand.